And I learned that they made a key strategic choice about a year plus ago to buy a coffee farm in Panama. They bought the farm. They actually bought the farm. And so, you know, being the business guy I am, I said, well, so how did you calculate the expected ROI on that strategic choice? And how did you compare, you know, that option to all of the other strategic options available to you, right, with the same dollars and so on and so forth? And I started to get a few answers, but, you know, I kind of had to poke a little bit harder to try to dig into those answers. And right when I was kind of getting to the crux of it, right, I'm nice when I interview, but, you know, I was working. A woman pops in and has a kind of a whispered consultation with Helen. And I was trying not to look like I was listening, but I was trying to listen. And all I kind of heard was, yes, let's buy him. I was like, okay. And so then she turned to me and she said, I never thought in all my days when I signed up to be a CEO that I would be making a decision to buy a burro, a donkey, a mule in Panama. And then she had to explain, right? And it was a story about a damsel in distress. See, so they bought this farm. And when you buy a farm in Panama, a coffee farm, it comes with people living on it, right? And so there's families that live it and work the farm. And there was one daughter, a little girl named Angelica, who was born with a bad leg. Yet when Helen and her business partner Brooke bought it, they couldn't just keep running the farm knowing that this girl had an unusable leg that could be repaired. I mean, how can you do that, right? And so they paid to send her back to America, where they paid for the surgeries to be done on the leg. And as soon as she was ready to get on that plane and go back, they did that. And it was the very day that I was interviewing Helen, when little Angelica got to the bottom of the mountain, where there's a 2-mile path that on good days is a road that leads up to her home on the coffee farm. But it wasn't passable that day. And in fact, if you want to look at that road, go to their website. On a good day, they strapped a camera to the front, a video cam to the front of a bumper of a Jeep, right? So you can actually watch that road going all the way up. Little Angelica could not make it up. And hence, they bought the burro so she could ride back home and be with her family that day. And as that distraction wound down, I just couldn't bring myself back to asking the business school kinds of questions. You know, what's the ROI on that purchase, and how much money might you have made if you did something else? You know, I just couldn't. Because these innovators are on a quest. It's not about business as usual. They're on a quest. And it's a quest with all the passion and conviction of a knight pursuing the Holy Grail, right? That's the mother of all quests. A knight pursuing the Holy Grail. Keep that in your mind as I continue on with my talk.